Hey there guys, and another year is coming to an end. A year filled with sometimes excellent movies and sometimes really bad ones. But let's talk about the good ones first. And this is my top 10 favorite slash best movies of 2017. And bear in mind, I haven't watched all movies that came out in 2017, but of the ones that I have watched, here are my top 10s. And first of all, I've got a couple of honorable mentions. Wonder Woman, really enjoyed it. Gal Gadot gave a great performance. The DCU was back on track, and then Justice League and all that. Dunkirk, that is kind of surprising for me to even put it in the honorable mentions, because if you go back and watch my review, I don't know if I was in a bad mood when I saw that movie, but I kind of, not trashed it, but was really harsh on it. But recently when it came out on digital HD, I rewatched it, and I kind of liked it more. Like, I am a Nolan fan, but I enjoyed Dunkirk more than I did when it came out. Also, Alien Covenant. This one, I'm one of those who like it. I mean, many don't, but Xenomorphs. Then, Spider-Man Homecoming. Best Spider-Man movie since 2004's Spider-Man 2, but still not better than that movie. So, my second favorite Spider-Man movie, just behind Spider-Man 2. And lastly, in the honorable mentions, Split. M. Night Shyamalan came back in January with a bang. Really great movie, great suspense. McAvoy gave a fantastic performance all the way. Now, coming to our top 10 best movies of 2017. At number 10, we got Thor, Ragnarok. Of the 3 MCU movies that came out this year, Ragnarok crashed it for me. I didn't enjoy as much as I should Guardians 2, and yes, I rewatched it. My thoughts are still the same on that movie. And Homecoming, as I said, is in my honorable mentions, but Ragnarok was straight out a comedy with a touch of the MCU in it. Really easily, although it's a comic book movie, it's my favorite comedy of the year. Number 9, John Wick, Chapter 2. An early release, came out in February. Keanu Reeves, great sequel to the first one. Really, really great movie. At number 8, Baby Driver, Edgar Wright's new movie. It was just damn good with the music, and it really fitted all together. Really, really good Edgar Wright movie. Not as good as I'd say Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, but still an excellent Edgar Wright experience. At number 7, we get one of the latest release, Disney Pixar's Coco. After the meh that was Cars 3, Coco just brought the emotions for me like Inside Out did, and Up. The thing that Pixar is known for, and I didn't review it on my channel. I kind of skipped it, but really worth a watch. It's in my top 10. At number 7, give it a watch. Number 6, Wind River. Taylor Sheridan, writer of Hello High Water and Sicario. His directorial debut, just watch it. Starring Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. Just give it a watch. I'm not even gonna explain the plot. Wind River is at number 6 for me. Number 5, it's a little movie, you know, that's actually getting a lot of hate from some fans and love from others. People are even trying to bring down Rotten Tomatoes again, like they did for Suicide Squad. It's that little movie that takes place in space with a lot of creatures and ships, battleships, and you know. Yeah, Star Wars, The Last Jedi is at number 5 for me. This is definitely better than The Force Awakens, guys. It took risks, it went in new directions. I know there are places where you're gonna be like, this is not how the characters are, but Rian Johnson took some risks, and it paid off for me. Star Wars The Last Jedi is at number 5. And now coming to number 4, Stephen King's adaptation, this time in a movie, not a miniseries, It. It's technically a horror movie, and I won't say it hasn't got its creepy parts, but the fact that the characters were given so much development, so much love, and played fantastically by all these children is what really made me enjoy this movie. Although I'm not a big fan of horror movies, but when you watch it, it's not like a big horror movie. It's got its creepy parts, like I said, but it's the characters that really nailed it for me. Now, coming to the top 3. Ready? Number 3, which is not only, in my opinion, the best comic book movie on 2017, but also right up there with The Dark Knight, and that will be Logan. This is like the best Hugh Jackman has ever been. Daphne Keane as X-23 and Patrick Stewart in his last performance as Professor X really gave this sort of Western type feel a perfect send-off for the character, and yeah, Logan is the best comic book movie out there. And now coming to number 2, the perfect finale to a great 2010s trilogy, that will be War for the Planet of the Apes with Andy Serkis, Caesar. Like, this is like one of the new trilogies that is really gonna stand out in the future. Rise, Dawn, and now War. Really worth a watch. It's not, like I said in my review, you can go watch that, a full-on war movie, but it's a great story arc for the character of Caesar, and it was fantastic all over. And now, guys, coming to my number 1 movie of 2017, I'm sure many of you have been asking, where was that movie? Why isn't it in the top 10? And that's because for some it's in the top 10 but not number 1, for some it's even top 5 but not number 1, but for me it is number 1, and that's gonna be Denis Villeneuve's Blade Runner 2049, the sequel to Ridley Scott's Blade Runner. Harrison Ford, Ryan Gosling, really, the cinematography alone is worth for this. Great, excellent movie. I mean, the only reason that you wouldn't like it is maybe you didn't like the first one, or you're not really a fan of slow-moving movies, but all over, Blade Runner 2049 is my favorite movie of 2017, and Denis Villeneuve is proving himself to be one of the best directors. I would have liked if he came back for Sicario 2, but the trailer for that just recently came out and he's definitely not directing it, but we'll see anyway. But really great Prisoner, Sicario, Arrival, and now this. Really great Blade Runner 2049. Give it a watch. And although for those who haven't seen the first one, I wouldn't recommend it, because you should see the first one to really fully appreciate what this second one has to offer. And it is not setting up a cinematic franchise with a shit ton of sequel. No, it's a proper sequel to an excellent first movie, and in my opinion, Blade Runner 2049 is better than the first one. And that's for it, guys. My top 10 best movies of 2017. Like I said, I haven't seen every movie that came out this year, but of all that I've seen, these are my top 10. And coming up next, the top 10 worst ones. Yeah. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Give a big thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to my channel. That way, I can see you next time.